Let's do these first two problems on the review where you can use your calculator now. Here it gives me a right triangle. I have the two sides. I'm going to need the length of hypotenuse, so by the Pythagorean theorem, I'll take 4 squared plus 2 times radical 5 squared. I'll get the square root of 16 plus 2 squared is 4. When you square the radical, so that's 20 plus 16 is the square root of 36. So I know that that's 6, and I have the sides now of my right triangle. The cosine, I have more room over here than right here, so I'll just do it over here. Cosine is the adjacent side over the hypotenuse. They expect us to reduce this, so my answer is the square root of 5 over 3 for cosine. For the cosecant, that's the reciprocal of sine, so instead of 4 over 6, it's 6 over 4. Those are both even numbers, so it's 3 over 2. That's my answer for cosecant. For cotangent, it's the adjacent leg over the opposite leg, 2 radical 5 over 4, and that reduces to radical 5 over 2. So those are my three answers for problem 1. For problem number 2, this time it's missing a side, so by the Pythagorean theorem I have 12 squared minus 6 squared, 144 minus 36. Let's see real quick, I don't want to make an arithmetic error. So 108. So let's, they expect us to simplify 108. Is that divisible by 4? Let's find the biggest perfect square. No, it's divisible by 36. 108 divided by 36. Yeah. So we can look at this as the square root of 36 times the square root of 3. Well, I know the square root of 36 is 6, so this is 6 radical 3. So let's also use the idea of similar triangles. I know that I'm going to have to reduce all these fractions. Why not recognize that all these numbers are divisible by 6 and just do it right now? 6 divided by 6 is 1. 12 divided by 6 is 2. When I divide by 6 here, I just get square root 3. So that's just going to be easiest for me now if I do the sine of theta to do the opposite leg over the hypotenuse, so that's 1/2. If I do the tangent of theta, that's the opposite leg over the adjacent leg, 1 over the square root of 3. That rationalizes to the square root of 3 over 3. The secant of theta is the reciprocal of cosine. Cosine is the adjacent leg over the hypotenuse, but now I want to go hypotenuse over the adjacent leg, 2 over the square root of 3, which rationalizes to 2 square root 3 over 3. If you multiply each of these by radical 3 over radical 3 and radical 3 over radical 3, that's what you'll get. Hope that helps, and I'll talk to you later.